A game loads. Black screen. A logo fades in. You've seen this before. You've skipped it before. Now you're wondering who made it. Now you're wondering if you could. It looks fun from the outside. It always does. Level 1. The aspiring developer. You download a free engine at 2 a.m. You follow a tutorial step by step. It almost works. You copy code you don't fully understand. You change one number and everything breaks. You fix it by accident. You tell yourself you're learning. You are, just slower than you expected. You watch behind-the-scenes videos. Teams laughing, high-fiving, shipping games. You imagine yourself there. You don't see the bug tracker. You don't see the deadlines. You build a small game. It's clunky. It's yours. You show a friend. They say it's cool. You replay that moment for weeks. You think passion is enough. You think effort guarantees entry. You don't know yet. Level 2. The game development student. You enroll in classes or teach yourself harder. You learn words like pipeline and optimization. You work in teams now. Nothing lines up. Nothing syncs. One person disappears mid-project. Another rewrites everything the night before submission. You stay up too late fixing things that shouldn't exist. You push builds at 4 a.m. They still crash. You learn version control. You break the repository. Everyone notices. You start over. You build bigger games. They still feel small. You realize ideas are easy. Finishing is not. You compare yourself constantly. Some people move faster. Some people sound smarter. You keep going anyway. Not confidently, just stubbornly. Level 3. The junior game developer. You get the offer. You reread the email 3 times. You walk into a real studio. It's quieter than you expected. You open a massive code base. You don't understand most of it. They assign you small tasks. Fix this bug. Adjust this UI. You take too long. You say, almost done, a lot. You learn the tools they actually use. Issue trackers. Build systems. Internal engines with no tutorials. You break something in production. It ships anyway. You feel it in your stomach. No one yells. That almost feels worse. You start to see the gap between playing games and making them. You close tickets. You open new ones. You stay late sometimes. Not because you have to, because you want to prove something. You're not sure what yet. Level 4. The game developer. You move faster now. You stop asking before trying. You own features, not just tasks. You design systems that other people use. They message you when things break. They break often. You sit in meetings about mechanics, what feels good, what doesn't. You argue quietly. You lose sometimes. You start thinking about players, not just code. You watch someone play your build. They do something you didn't expect. They get stuck somewhere obvious. You fix it. You think you fixed it. You didn't. Deadlines get closer. Soon starts meaning now. You crunch a little, then a little more. You tell yourself it's temporary. You ship your first big game. Your name is in the credits. You scroll until you find it. It's smaller than you imagined. Still, you take a screenshot. Level 5. The senior game developer. People come to you first now. You have answers. Or at least better guesses. You review code. You rewrite parts of it in your head while reading. You catch problems early. You miss some anyway. You mentor juniors. You hear your past self in their questions. You remember how it felt. You answer differently because of it. You're responsible for bigger systems. Performance. Stability. Things players notice only when they fail. They fail sometimes. You sit in longer meetings. Trade-offs. Scope cuts. Feature debates that go in circles. You realize games are negotiations between vision and time. You feel the pressure more, not louder, heavier. You still like building things. You just think about consequences more. You ship again. It goes well, mostly. You don't celebrate long. There's already another project. Level 6. The lead game developer. You stop writing as much code. You notice it slowly. You spend more time aligning people. Design, art, engineering, all slightly off. You bring them closer. Or you try to. You make decisions that shape months of work. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're expensive. You feel both outcomes the same way. You protect your team from chaos. You absorb it instead. Deadlines are no longer suggestions. They're promises someone else already made. You manage expectations. Upward. Downward. Sideways. You watch your team grow. You also watch them burn out. You can't fix everything. That becomes clear. You still open the engine sometimes, late at night, just to remember. Level 7. The technical director. You think in systems now, not features. Multiple projects, shared tech, long-term decisions that won't show results for years. You attend meetings about budgets, hiring plans, engine migrations. You speak less. When you do, it carries weight. You're removed from the daily build. You feel it. You trust others to execute. You have to. You review roadmaps instead of code. You shape direction instead of details. You see patterns repeat. Same mistakes, different teams. You try to prevent them. You succeed sometimes. You feel stable. You also feel distant. You helped build the machine. Now you mostly guide it. Level 8. The studio executive. You think about entire portfolios, not just games, markets, timelines, risk. You greenlight projects. You cancel others. Both decisions affect hundreds of people. You don't touch the engine anymore. Not really. You watch trailers instead of builds. You read reports instead of bug logs. You remember when a single bug felt like everything? Now everything feels like everything. You attend launches, big screens, crowds reacting. You stand off to the side. You know how fragile it all is. How many things had to go right? You feel proud. You also feel removed from the thing itself. The games are bigger now. So is the distance. A new laptop opens. A blank project loads. Someone watches a tutorial at 2 a.m. They change one number. Everything breaks. They fix it by accident. They smile. They think this might be the start.